Shalom, shalom, my brother Kadash. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors to all the brothers in this truth. This is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 12. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. How are the cities going to become waste? Desolation, perpetual waste. You guessed it. Nuclear weapons. You guessed it, man. Look at that. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel with both wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he should destroy the sinners thereof out of it. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof should not give their light, and the sun should be darkened in his going forth, and the moon should not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquities. That's what this is about. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. You know, you got these proud governors, these proud commanders, captains, and man, they think they can never be touched. But when this does happen here in Mystery Babylon, America, hey, that arrogancy of the proud is gonna cease, right? And I should make a man more precious to find gold, even a man than gold wedges of Ophir, because when this happens, there's gonna be very few men left. A lot of men going, be taken in that. It says, therefore I will shake the heavens. This is it's like an earthquake. When these things go off, it shakes, and then that big mushroom cloud you see that goes up, and the earth shall remove out her place, and the wrath of the Lord hosts, and in the day of his fierce angers. So this is what is about to happen. And then you see everything lining up over there in the Middle East with Iran versus the Israelis. You got Russia in there, China in there, Iran and North Korea teaming up. The US is over there doing strikes. Hey, this is what it's coming to. They developing nuclear weapons, long distance nuclear weapons, short range, mid range. They making promises to destroy cities and stuff like that. Man, this is what it's all leading up to, right? But the point is that those stars, like if you was on the ground, you won't be able to see the sky. It's gonna be darkness. This is Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12. And this should be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh should consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes should consume away in their holes, and their tongue should consume away in their mouth. This is the plague. So it's going to be a nuclear holocaust, a nuclear plague that's going to go on. But the thing is like, what's going to cause your flesh to consume away, and, your eyes and your tongue. Well, it's radiation. What comes after the nuclear weapon or bomb or whatever goes off? The nuke goes off. Well, you get radiation after. It's not just, and this happened in Japan. It's not just the explosion that's going to kill you. And if you farther out and you still alive or something like that, then you're going to, all the radiation from this is going to kill you, and it's going to cause your tongue to consume away in your mouth. That's how we know that this is talking about nuclear weapons going off, opposed to a meteor coming out the sky, because a meteor coming out the sky not necessarily going to cause radiation. But radiation is caused by nuclear weapons, even though you kind of get the same effect from both. The only difference is with the nuclear weapons, you get the radiation. This is Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. See, it's all through the Bible. People been getting warm. Old Testament. We could go to the New Testament. It says, and all the proud, yeah, and all that do wickedly shall be stumbled. In the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So all the wicked is going to be judged by this plague that's going to come across the earth, which is a nuclear holocaust, a World War III. But it says it comes and it's going to burn them up, as an oven. Does I mean, what you're looking at on your screen, does that look like? Exactly. But let's jump to the New Testament. Like I said, Old Testament, New Testament. We jump by Revelation chapter 6 right now. Might as well, it gets to the point. Revelation chapter 6, verse 12. And I beheld when they opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. That's a precept to Isaiah chapter 13. We just read that exact same thing. It says, and the stars of heaven fell into the earth, which are those nukes. They go up into the heavens, they go up into space. They look like stars when they're coming down, but by the time you see them, it's too late. They hit, they target. And even as the fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Go Google that. It says, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. What do you see on your screen? You see a gigantic mushroom cloud. And with the weapons they got today, the advancements they made in those nukes, oh man, it'd be 10 times, maybe 100 times bigger than this. We don't know. We gonna see though. Cause the elect gonna see if they're saved, because they're gonna be up in those chariots looking down at all this happen. That's why it's gonna look like a lake of fire. And the wicked, they gonna see, because they gonna be inside of this. They gonna, like the brothers say, they gonna eat one of these things. Eat a nuke. And heavens departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. And every mountain and island were moved out their places. And the kings of the earth, and the great man, the rich man, and the chief captains, and the mighty man, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in the dens, and the rocks, and the mountains. People trying to run and go get in their bunkers. You seen the movie Greenland? Exactly. Everybody trying to run and go get in a bunker to try to survive it. And said unto the mountains and the rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is to come, and who should be able to stand? Exactly, because who's the Lamb? Yahweh Shai. So who's causing all this? Who's really behind all this? Yahweh Shai. But the thing is these nukes, the Lord gave them that technology. All the technology that's on the earth right now, the Lord gave to the earth. Everything on the earth belongs to the Lord and was created by the Lord. So these nukes, you say, well, why do all these countries got thousands? Some, like America got thousands of nukes, Russia and China. I mean, they just sitting there. What are they going to do with them? No, they're going to be used. The Lord has them sitting there for right now until a appointed time, and the Lord is going to use those nukes. He's going to be directing those nukes. He's going to take over and use those nukes to bring in this great day that the Bible keeps mentioning. Go to Revelation chapter 8, but I'm going to jump to Revelation chapter 18. I want to get straight to the point. This Revelation chapter 18, verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, talking about Mystery Babylon, which is America. So therefore her plagues should come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she should be utterly burned with fire. As you see on your screen, that's what's going to cause her to be utterly burned with fire. She's going to go to war. America's going to team up with his allies to go to war with these different nations, and the Lord's going to use these different nations, in order to turn on America, and it's going to shoot nukes over here on the cities. And she should be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judges her. And the kings of the earth who had committed fornication, all these other kingdoms, Russia, China, the EU nations, and lived deliciously with her, because the whole world lives deliciously off America, because America is a nation of consumers. So the whole world gets rich off America. America is in the most debt than any other country. Proves to you that all these other countries are getting rich off doing business with America. That's how we know America is Mystery Babylon. The number one economy on earth. Duh. So when it says, and all the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see her, see the smoke of her burning, standing off for fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. So the thing is they're gonna mourn over her. Why? Verse 11, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore, because they've been getting rich off her. But when America's destroyed, they're not going to get rich off be able to get rich off America anymore. Therefore, they're going to mourn over America. And it has to be America. It only makes sense because what other country, look, this is the thing. It says the great city, that great city Babylon, meaning that this is the greatest. There's no other place greater on earth than America right now, which the scriptures say is pretty much pointing to you. There's no other place greater than Mystery Babylon. So who is Mystery Babylon today? It's America, duh. Because the number one economy, the number one nation, the number one military. I mean, all signs point. If you can't see that, then the Lord blind you to not be able to see it. It says, "And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. No man buyeth her merchandise anymore." So the every other nation has in some way has to do business with America, because the petrodollar is the American dollar. So when they trade through oil, they use the petrodollar, which is the American currency, in order to trade. So how could this place not be Mystery Babylon? What other places they using that currency? All the nations are using another. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, well, it's the Vatican City." Does the Vatican City has their own currency where all the other nations are using their currency in order to trade oil and stuff? No. And this is talking about an actual place that's going to be burned up, because then a lot of Christians or whatever, they run to the argument, well, the Vatican City controls America and controls the rest of the world. But the place that's going to be burned up is the place that's called Mystery Babylon. And that's the same place that does all this trading with the other nations. So you can't say that. You know, and then it goes through all the merchandise that they do trade, which all these merchandise, the Vatican City does not trade all these merchandise. It's only a population of 1,000 people there. They do not trade these. I don't even know if they have a port to trade by sea. But America, all these different, the merchandise of gold, silver, precious stones, fine linen, pearl, purple silk, scarlet, wood, all manners of vessels of ivory, precious wood, brass, iron, marble, cinnamon, odors, ointment, frankincense, wine, oil, fine flour, wheat, beasts, sheep, horses, chariots, slaves, souls of men. Then we have a transatlantic slave trade to America, where they was trading slaves and stuff. Read it again: sheep, horses, chariots, and slaves. So show me the Vatican City trading all this stuff by sea. But I could tell you one place that definitely does it: America. So I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna say salvation to the elect. We hasten the day of the return of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, and Shalom.